Hi everyone, I'm Alexandra Jane, and in today's video we will be doing an all levels flow suitable for beginners to stretch out the whole body and of course strengthen, because I do like to strengthen a lot. And in this flow, we'll need either a wall or a pillow. If for some reason you don't have a wall available or you don't have a pillow, it's totally fine. I'll offer another variation for you. So I'll see you on the mat. So if you have a wall close to you, what you'll do is you'll scooch up all the way to the wall so that your bum is touching the wall, and then bring the legs up the wall, and then let the legs fall to either side. If for whatever reason you don't have a wall, you can take your pillow and place it underneath you to come to a seated wide-legged forward fold. If you don't have a pillow, or if you just don't like the seated wide-legged forward fold with a pillow, then just do it directly on the ground. So we're here in the seated wide-legged forward fold. Before you come down, bring the hands behind you so that you have a long spine, the chest open. If you already feel a stretch, stay here. Otherwise, walk the hands forward and let your body ease into the stretch, whether you're along the wall or you're doing it from a seated position. We're here for a few minutes, so really take the time to ease into this posture. And you'll actually find that you end up going further when you'll end up going further when you take the time. So don't start off really heavy, but allow your body to realize that it's time to relax and to release into this pose. So we're in a wide-legged forward fold, either along the wall or seated. Come to the breath. If you're doing this posture seated, the folding really comes from the hips, instead of it being from the upper back or anywhere out of the middle back. So it comes from the hips, and the spine's actually quite long, but you can also let your head drop. Find something suitable for you today. Take some long breaths. One more minute here. Allow gravity to take you a little bit deeper. If for whatever reason you have pain in the neck, then instead of releasing the head, maybe you hold the neck up, or maybe you place something under the head. You could have a pillow, and it comes all the way to the head. A few more breaths here. Inhale, come up. If you're against the wall, stay on the wall, and just bring the legs wherever you are in front of you so that the feet touch. Bring the right foot onto the left knee, and then the left knee comes to the floor or to the wall. We're stretching out the right hip. The hands, if you're seated, come behind you. Try and have an open chest, a long spine, and if it's too intense, the left foot comes further away from you. If it's not, if you want to feel more of a stretch, bring the left foot closer, and wherever you are, the right knee moves away from you. We're here for some long breaths. Allow everything that you've done today to release. Feel it melt away. And tap into the present moment. You've taken the time to do some yoga, so let's make the best of it. Release the left leg so it comes back long, right leg long, and now the left foot comes onto the right knee. Bring the right foot on the floor or on the wall, and then you can bring the right foot in further towards you if you want to intensify the stretch, or bring it further away from you if it's too intense. Try and flex the left foot. And the left knee moves in the direction away from you. Stay here. Take some deep breaths. Bring the right leg long, left leg long next to it. If you're against the wall, then you bring the knees into the chest and you'll roll onto one of your sides, and we'll meet in a seated position. We're going to do a breathing exercise before we begin. So what you're going to take, you're going to need your right hand. With your thumb, you're going to have it next to the right nostril, and then this finger, which I guess is your ring finger, is close to your left nostril. With the pointer and the middle finger, you can either place them where you're on your third eye, or you can just release them. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the right nostril with the thumb so that we are only breathing through the left nostril. And together, we'll inhale with the left nostril, exhale left, close the left nostril, open the right nostril, inhale, exhale, close right, open left, inhale, exhale, close left, open right, inhale, exhale. Continue like that with your breath. If for whatever reason this is bringing up stress or it's just uncomfortable, then release this, place both hands on the knees, and just focus on your breath. Otherwise, keep going with this. We'll do 3 more rounds. And when you're done, we'll bring the hands by the side. And we'll do an exercise that I like to do to move stagnant energy, since I know we're all spending a lot of time indoors, so this could be nice. And it could also feel really silly and weird, so just do what you feel. So what we're going to do is we're going to forcibly exhale with the mouth open, and with each exhale, we shake the hands, so it looks like this. And we'll do that together for just 10 seconds, and just let all of the stagnant energy, the energy that you no longer need, to release. So together we'll start. Inhale, and force and exhale through the mouth. Bring the hands on the knees, palms facing up, and just close the eyes for a moment. Inhale, both arms come up, and we'll twist towards the right side. Left hand on the right knee, and the right hand behind you, look over the right shoulder. Keep both sit bones grounded, the spine long. Belly button in towards the spine. And come back through center. Both arms come up, and we twist towards the left side. Left hand behind you, right hand on the left knee. Come back through center. Release the hands by your side, and we're kind of just going to do a wave here. So the right hand comes to the ground, left arm comes up and overhead, and then bring the left arm back up to the ground, right arm up and overhead. Right arm rises, comes back down, left arm towards the right side. Continue like this. Try and have some continuous movement. Move as quickly or slowly as you would like, but keep both sit bones grounded. We'll meet on our right side, so stay here, and then the right hand comes towards the ground. We're folding over the left. So we're on our right side, the left hand comes to the ground, and we're folding over the right knee. Try and keep the left hip grounded, the left sit bone rooted. Come through center, and then bring the hands towards the left. Inhale, come back over the legs, and we'll switch the crossing of our legs. We'll do the wave again, so we start on the right side, right hand down, left arm up and overhead, and then you wave over to the left side, right. Move as quickly or as slowly as you would like today. Feel the resistance of the air against your fingers. And the next time you're on your right side, you'll stay. Bring the left hand down. The body's over the right leg. Walk towards the front with the hands, and then towards the left side. come back over the legs. And we'll roll over the knees to come to hands and knees. And slowly just bring the hips over the feet, knees mat with distance, hands towards the front for child's pose. You can massage the forehead by rocking it side to side. We're just warming up the body still. One more breath in child's pose. And slowly come back to hands and knees. Inhale to open the chest, look up. Exhale around the spine, gaze comes towards the belly. Inhale, open. Exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale to open. Exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale, open, and stay with the chest open, but the hips come towards the heels. And then once the hips arrive on the heels, round the spine, the head comes towards the floor, and we bring the weight back forward with a rounded spine. The shoulders come back over the hands, and then we open the chest, move backwards. Once we arrive, round the spine, move forward. Continue like this with your breath. The next time you're forward, come back to a neutral spine, the shoulders over the wrists. Tuck the belly button in towards the spine, and then start to walk the hands towards the front. Stay on the fingertips, and then place the forehead on the floor. Make sure that the hips stay on top of the knees, and if you want, your chin can also come to the floor. Stay on the fingertips wherever you are. We're here for 3 more breaths. Slowly bring the body back down. We're on our stomachs. The hands by the hips. And inhale, we'll just lift our upper body up. Keep the feet on the ground. Try and lift up a little bit higher, and exhale, come down. We'll do the same thing with our legs. So bring the feet to touch. The head stays on the floor, and inhale, lift the legs. The hands stay on the floor. Can you lift the legs a little bit higher? Higher, and exhale, come back down. Push into the hands to come to sit on your heels. We'll wrap the toes underneath us, so we're sitting on our heels and our toes are wrapped under. If for whatever reason this is overly uncomfortable, then you come back down on the feet. We're here, and we'll cactus the arms, open the chest, exhale, round the spine, bring the forearms to touch. Keep the elbows as high as possible. Inhale, open. Exhale, around the spine. Try and get all of the forearms to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, forearms touch. Lift the elbows as high as possible. And inhale, open one more time. Exhale, around the spine. Bring the hands back to the floor and just tap the feet. And when you're ready, we'll come to stand at the back of our mats. So make sure that you're at the back of the mat so that you have the space to do our next pose. Bring the feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale, the hands come up. Exhale, the hands to the floor. Grab each elbow with the hands. We're in ragdoll. The knees can be as bent as you want, and you can sway from side to side. Feel the back of the legs and the back of the spine opening up. Come back to center. The hands come to the ground, so maybe you bend your knees a lot, and the right leg lifts up. Try and get the right leg parallel to the floor, and then the left knee bends as much as you need to step the right foot slightly in front of the left leg. Maybe the left knee is very bent. You can have the hands on the right leg. We're in a forward fold over the right leg. Try and keep both hips pointing forward. Hands come to the floor, bend the knees as much as you need to, and lift the left leg so it comes to parallel over the floor. Place the left foot in front of the right, fold over the left leg. Lift the right leg. Place it in front of the left. Lift the left leg. Place it in front of the right. Fold. Lift the right leg. Place it in front of the left. And fold. Lift the left leg. Place it in front of the right. We'll do one more. Lift the right leg and place it directly next to the left. The big toes touch. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the hands rise. And exhale, the hands by the side. We're standing at the top of our mats, the big toes touching, slight space in between the heels. Inhale, the hands rise. Exhale, forward fold. The hands come to the floor or to the calves. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back for plank, chaturanga, or lower the knees down and slowly lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, cobra. The elbows stay bent and hug in towards the body. And exhale, downward facing dog. It's our first downward facing dog, so you can pedal out the feet, bend one knee and then the other. Keep pushing into the hands and trying to push into all of the hands so that the weight isn't just in the wrists, but it's distributed throughout the fingers. And slowly bring one foot in between the hands and the other foot comes to meet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the hands rise. Exhale, the arms by the side. Inhale, the hands rise. Right arm comes towards the back. Left arm forward. Gaze over the right hand. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, left arm back. Right arm forward. Look over the left hand. Both arms rise. And then we're going to do an ab exercise here. So bring the feet hip width distance apart. And then at the same time as we're going to lift the right knee, the elbows will bend and frame both sides of the right knee. So elbows come down, right knee lifts. Right knee comes down, arms up. Left knee lifts, elbows come down, both arms come up. For 15, 14, 13, 12. Move slowly and flex the foot when you come up. And feel the resistance with the arms. So really engage the muscles so you feel the resistance. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we're going to clasp the hands in front of us, and we're going to add in a twist. So we'll twist to the right and lift the right knee up at the same time. So twist and lift the knee towards the hand, come back down. Twist towards the left, knee comes towards hand, come back down. Twist and knee. Keep going like this. We have 15 more. 13. Flex the foot, engage the leg. Keep the arms engaged as well. Lower belly in towards the spine. This engages a lot more muscles than we realize at first. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can shake it out, release everything. Come back with the big toes touching, a slight space in between the heels, and inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step to the back of the mat. Knees come down, slowly lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're here for 2 more long breaths. And slowly walk one foot in between the hands. The other foot comes to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms rise. And exhale, the hands come by your side. Find your balance. And clasp the hands behind you at your lower back. Inhale to open the heart. Pull the hands towards the floor. Gaze up. Come back with the shoulders over the hips and slowly bend the knees. Engage the core, pull in the lower belly. The hands are not touching the body. Sink a little bit lower. Bring the weight into the left foot. The right knee rises and then comes towards the back. Try and bring the right leg parallel to the floor for warrior 3. And then place the right foot to the ground. The heel comes down. Left knee bends. We're preparing for warrior 1. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, forward fold. Bring the body to the inside of the left leg. Keep both legs engaged. Inhale, come back up. Release the hands, bring the forearms in front of you, and place the right forearm in. The right elbow comes inside of the left elbow. Pull the arms away from you, the forearms. Hands as far from the face as possible. Inhale, open the heart, and exhale, fold inside the left leg. Left knee stays bent. The knee is directly over the heel. Inhale, come back up. Keep the left knee bent and bring the right knee in towards the chest. The hands, the arms stay in eagle arms. The right knee comes on top of the left knee. And maybe you stay here with the foot dangling, or maybe the right foot wraps around the left leg. Sink lower, and the arms move away from the face. Bring both feet back down, and maybe you shake it out. Big toes touch, hands clasp at the lower back. Inhale, open the heart, look up. Come back through center, bend the knees. Naturally, the hips come lower. You don't need to stick your butt out. Instead, bring the lower belly in, chest opens. Weight comes into the right foot. Slowly lift the left knee, and then bring the left leg behind you, parallel to the floor. Place the left foot as far behind you as possible. Heel comes down, right knee bent. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, the right knee is directly over the right heel. And the weight of your body isn't on the leg. Instead, use your core to support you. Inhale, come back up. Bring the arms in front of you, elbows bent. Left elbow comes to the inside of the right elbow. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, forward fold. The left leg stays engaged. Really push the external side of the left foot into the floor. And we're going to lift back up and push into the right leg. Engage that right leg to bring the body back up. Keep the right knee bent. And we're going to lift the left knee towards the chest. Place the left knee on top of the right. Maybe the left foot wraps around the right leg. Bring the forearms as far from the face as possible. And then release everything, let it go. Close the eyes for a moment. Check in with your breath. How are you feeling? Open the eyes. Bring the hands to the lower back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, come back with the shoulders over the hips. Right knee comes in towards the chest and then back. Warrior 3. Right leg parallel to the floor. Place the right foot to the ground. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, fold to the inside of the left leg. The left knee very bent. And inhale, rise back up to Warrior 1. Bring the hands towards the ceiling, and then open to Warrior 2. The back foot parallel to the back of the mat, shoulders on top of the hips, and gaze over the left hand. Reverse your warrior. Come back to Warrior 2. Bring the elbow to the knee, right arm up and overhead. Imagine the right leg all the way to the right fingertips are in one line. Keep pushing into the left elbow so that the left shoulder is far from the ear. Inhale, Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg and reach forward and down. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Gaze up to the right hand. There's an opening of the hips and the shoulders here, so maybe the left hand comes further up on the leg. It's not important to reach the floor, at least not in my class. Rather, I prefer to get that opening in the hip. Come back to Warrior 2, and then we'll transition to a high lunge. So the right heel lifts. We face towards the front with the hands towards the ceiling. And then the weight comes into the left leg. We'll come to Warrior 3 with the hands extended, and then place the right foot to the ground. Release everything down. Take any movements you need to prepare for the next flow. Inhale, the hands clasp behind the back. Open the heart, gaze up. Come back to center, lower the hips, sink down. Weight comes into the right foot, Warrior 3. Hands towards the back, clasped. Place the left foot to the ground. Right knee is very bent. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, fold to the inside of the right leg. Find your balance here by engaging both legs. Inhale, come back up, hands towards the sky, and then find your warrior two. Gaze over the right hand, right knee very bent. Reverse your warrior, left hand comes onto the left leg, right arm towards the back. Front knee stays bent, then come back to warrior two, elbow to knee, side angle pose. Gaze to the sky. Engage the right arm, set the shoulders far from the ear, and then come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, and then reach forward and down. Triangle pose, Trikonasana, gaze up at the left hand. One more long inhale. Long exhale, inhale for warrior two. Come to high lunge towards the front. Bring the weight into the right foot, and we'll find warrior three. Back foot lifted, parallel to the floor, and then exhale, bring everything down, and you can shake it out. Stay here for a moment, close the eyes, find your balance. And we'll just do a last warrior three. So bring the hands to heart center. And this time we're really going to take our time with it, and I'll offer some variations. So our hands are at heart center. The spine is long. You bring the knee in towards the chest, and then you kick the leg towards the back. Imagine that the head all the way to the toe, actually the foot is flexed, so all the way to the heel is in one line. Maybe you lose your balance, and then you come back up. Maybe you take a supported warrior three, the hands on the floor. We're going to do a funky transition here and bring the right knee to the ground, to the outside of the left foot, and sit on the hips. So I hope you have found your way where I am. So what I have here is my left foot is on the ground and my right knee is on the outside of the left foot. Inhale, the right arm comes up. Exhale, fold towards the left. So the right elbow on the left knee, and the left hand arm behind you. Gaze towards the back. I'll come over and make sure I was clear. So it looks like you guys are all okay. So we're in this twist towards the left side. We allow ourselves to wind down a little bit. Come back to center, and we'll find a butterfly pose with our legs. So the knees are towards the outside and our feet touch. I want you to have the feet at least 1 foot away from the hips, at least 20 centimeters, I'll say. I'm not really sure what the conversion is. So our sit bones are grounded. Maybe you bounce a little bit from one side to the next to really get those sit bones grounded. And we come up on an inhale with a flat back, and exhale, forward fold. Imagine that your forehead is going to touch the feet. Keep a long breath here. Some people like to have the elbows on the knees to kind of push the knees towards the ground. I find it uncomfortable and that gravity is already doing a lot of work, so I prefer to have my forearms in front of the legs. Whatever you choose though, make sure that your knees are not feeling any pain. So in yoga, we're always trying to find that edge where we feel a stretch but not pain. So you know what to do if you feel pain. You come out of the pose, take a comfortable child's pose, or come to a seat or lie down. A few more breaths here. Inhale, come back up. We're going to roll over the legs for hands and knees. And bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand for lizard pose. Maybe you bring the left knee back a little bit. Maybe you bring the left knee off the ground if you want to work more on strength. And you can always bring the elbows to the ground and come onto your forearms. Wherever you are though, try to have the chest lifted. The neck long so you can look at the floor slightly in front of you. We'll come onto our toes of the left foot and then bring the left foot to the outside of the mat. Both feet are on the outside of the mat. We're in a yogi squat. Open the chest, the elbows are on the inside of the knees, and push the knees towards the back. Maybe the heels are lifted, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you aren't feeling pain. And now we're going to rise to standing, but rise as slowly as you possibly can. So rise, the muscles of the legs are fully engaged. We're rising as slowly as we can. We look like a strange frog. But then we arrive at the top. Hands come by the side, feet come to touch. Hands at heart center. We're ready to take our warrior three with our left leg. Left knee, first stabilize. So feel that grounding in the right foot. Maybe you lift the toes and then bring one toe by one of the right foot back down. Once you find that stability, lift the left knee in towards the chest. Rock the body forward, the leg comes out towards the back. Maybe the hands come to the ground. For a supported warrior three, try to have the toes pointing towards the floor. So we aren't opening the hips here. That both hips are facing the same direction. 2 more long breaths. And slowly lower down. The knee comes to the outside of the right foot. And then we come to sit on the inside of the left foot. So we're in the little pretzel. Both knees are bent. The right foot is on the ground. The left knee is on the inside of the left foot, and we're sitting on the inside of our left foot. I think I even messed that up, I'm so sorry. So the right foot's on the ground, left knee on the inside of the right foot, and we're sitting on the inside of our left foot. Inhale, the left arm comes up, place the elbow to the place the elbow onto the right knee and look over the right shoulder. So we're in a twist towards the right side. Come back to center. And we're going to take a butterfly again, but this time the feet are really far from the hips. So it's more of a diamond shape. You can bring the hands to frame the foot. I like to rock from side to side to get my sit bones grounded. And then come down, but with a long spine. So we imagine that one day our forehead will touch the toes. The spine is long. 3 more breaths. Inhale, come back up over the legs. Roll over the legs for hands and knees. Once you arrive in hands and knees, you'll bring the left foot to the outside of the left hand to prepare for lizard. Maybe the right knee comes further towards the back. Maybe you tuck the toes underneath you and work more on strength by lifting the knee. You can even bring the elbows to the ground. This can be really intense, so stay in something that feels right for you today. Stay here for a few more breaths. One more long inhale, long exhale. Tuck the right toes underneath you and bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink the hips low. We're in a yogi squat. Right hand comes to the ground, right arm straight, left arm towards the sky. Left arm to the ground, the inside of the left knee, right arm towards the sky. Try and keep the body lifted, the spine long. Bring both hands to prayer position in front. And we're going to do the same thing as last time, meaning we're going to come up as slowly as possible. So inhale, rise. Engage the legs, feel the resistance in the air. And once you arrive at the top, keep the feet where they are, and we're going to sink back down as slowly as we can. Inhale, come back up. I just ran and I'm really feeling this, so hopefully you're feeling it too and you're sticking with it. Come back down. We'll come up one more time. Exhale, come down. And once you arrive at the bottom, come to seat. Come to lie on your backs. Bring the hands next to the hips, the heels. Come as close to the butt as possible. And then inhale, lift the hips up off the ground. We're in bridge pose. Maybe you clasp the hands underneath you and you push into the feet so that the hips rise. The chest comes towards the chin. And exhale, lower. We're going to take 2 more back bends. Find your variation here. And when you're ready, inhale, the hips come up. You can clasp the hands, roll the shoulders underneath you, and stay here for 5 breaths. If you would like to take full wheel today, we haven't done that much back opening, so it's really, you decide what feels right for you today. So if you are not taking a full wheel, come back down, and then when you're ready, lift the hips up, stay for 5 breaths. Otherwise, bring the hands next to the ears. Maybe you're able to push into the hands and bring the top of the head to the ground. If you're here, push into the hands even more to lift up. Allow the head to release. And then after you've taken 5 breaths, come back onto the head and slowly come down. Knees come in towards the chest. Rock from side to side. We'll come to a happy baby. Grab the outside of the feet or the ankles, and the knees come in towards the armpits. You can take a stagnant hold, or you can incorporate more movement and rock from side to side. Slowly the feet come back to the floor. Hands come to a T or cactus. Hips come slightly to the left, and the knees come towards the right side. The shoulders stay grounded, and the gaze comes over the left shoulder. We're here with the eyes closed if it's comfortable. And come back to our natural breath. So don't force anything, just allow the body to melt into this posture. Knees come back through center. The hips come slightly to the right side, and the knees fall towards the left. The gaze comes over the right shoulder, and maybe you close the eyes. Both shoulders are grounded. And when you're ready, we'll find Shavasana. If you still have the pillow close to you, you can bring it underneath the knees. Having the pillow will allow the lower back to release a little bit, and it can be very comfortable, but you choose. The legs extend. You can have the legs as wide as you would like. The arms can be far from the body as well, and the toes come towards the outside. And just stay here. Take this moment for yourself. Begin to deepen the inhales and the exhales. Bring movement back into the body, the fingers and the toes. And maybe you take a full body stretch and the arms come overhead. We'll roll over onto the right side. Right arm can be like a pillow underneath the head. Keep the eyes closed here. And when you're ready, we'll meet in a seated position with the eyes closed. Hands on the knees. Release any tension in the forehead, the eyebrow, the jaw, the shoulders. Hands come to prayer position in front of the heart. And bow the head down in gratitude for yourself and for this practice. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you. As always, I'm always open to suggestions, questions, anything that you want to work on. So just make sure to send me a message. Alexandra Jane Yoga on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. And I hope to see you all again soon.